James Wiseman got a career-high number of dunks. He will hustle in transition. He's big and he's fast, and so he will usually beat his man down the court. You can see Wiseman is way ahead of everybody on this play. His defender, LaMarcus Aldridge, is literally a third of the court away from him. Wiseman is now posting up the smaller defender. He's looking at Wanamaker saying, "Please, baby, throw me the ball." And Wanamaker says, "I don't know about this. This defender is backing off, so he'll intercept any lob that I throw over him. I don't have an angle, James, I'm sorry." I'm going to check with the general, and you can see he's looking over at Steph, the general. And Steph has his arm pointing towards the middle, saying, "Throw it to Draymond." So Wanamaker says, "Okay." There's Steph continuing to point. He says, "Okay, I'll throw it to Draymond." Why should he throw it to Draymond in the middle? Sometimes it's easier to throw the lob in from a different angle. There it is. And now the rest of this play is, can Draymond get the ball to Wiseman? Wiseman had stepped over here maybe to try to seal and post up the defender like this to get a pass, trying to create a better angle for Wanamaker, but that's not happening. LaMarcus Aldridge knows what's coming. He's just jumping up and down trying to stop the lob pass. Draymond has to time it. When gravity makes LaMarcus go down, he'll throw the lob over his arms, and he needs to try to throw it over the smaller defender too. Times it up there, and it just gets through, and now it is definitely a dunk. It's just a matter of style points. And very stylish with the pull-up. The bad thing about the pull-up, though, is that you could easily get a technical for that, so looked cool, but not practical. Okay, another fast break. Wiseman is not even in the picture. Again, this is one of the unsung great things about Wiseman. He will bust his butt going down the court in transition. Here's the rest of the Warriors team. Wiseman is barely on camera. He's so far ahead. In the meantime, on ball, Steph is drawing a crowd. He's got 3 people looking at him. There's got to be an advantage somewhere, and the advantage is here. Wiggins is cutting. We've got 1, 2, 3 Warriors here. We've got 1, 2 defenders. So Steph is just going to pass it to Wiggins. Nice pass. Now it's a 3-on-2. I admit the Spurs don't have great options at this point, but this man has to stop the ball. DeRozan has to fly over here quickly to stop Wiseman. Let Wanamaker be open for a second. We've got a trailing defender here. We do have the ball stopped here, but DeRozan ended up guarding nobody on this, so he should have been on Wiseman. And now, style points. Wow, he really pulled back there. And he added a little half twist on the dismount. Not bad. But again, I feel like that's a technical, so no. It seems like at the end of every big play, DeRozan has this whole body language of, what, me? He's pointing himself like, what, was I supposed to do something on that? Come on, man. He's looking at, I think Popovich must be right off screen over here, throwing dagger eyes at him or something. Ah, there he is. There's Popovich trying to maim people with his eyeballs. And he's aggressively called a timeout 1 millisecond after the dunk. This looks like a classic high pick and roll. Draymond came to set a screen on Steph, very high. Steph is going this way. Now Steph's going by his man behind his back. Okay, he messed up the move, but he makes the best of it and gets by his... He's actually not even very far off his man. Does LaMarcus Aldridge really have to rotate to stop Steph? Once LaMarcus rotates, then Wiseman is going to be free here. LaMarcus is loading up to block the shot, so he has no chance of stopping whatever's about to happen here. You can tell from the ball that Steph is putting some reverse English on this lob pass. This is going to be a beauty. Oh, look at that spin. Wiseman catches it, throws it down. No pull-up, good. This is a play the Warriors have been experimenting with, which is a Kelly Oubre, James Wiseman pick and roll. You have the defender trailing. LaMarcus is guarding Wiseman, so he's in a drop coverage. He's back here to contain Oubre's drive. I don't know why this defender's rotating. I mean, LaMarcus, in theory, is containing the drive. This shows a distinct lack of faith in LaMarcus from number 3 over here. He's feeling liberated to leave Draymond completely open in order to stop Oubre. Steph sees the whole play unfolding. I don't want to rewind to see how long he's had his arm up here, but he's pointing at Draymond. Open man, 0.1 miles that way. Oubre with the read. So inexplicably, 2 guys are coming over here to stop Kelly Oubre. He sees the signpost. He's going to kick it out beautifully. On the other side, Wiseman set the screen, and so he's now being guarded by Oubre's original defender, who is much smaller than Wiseman, of course, because Well, everyone is smaller than Wiseman, but this one is much smaller than Wiseman. If Draymond takes a shot, then you better be ready for a rebound. No disrespect, but... So there's the kick out. Draymond takes the open shot. And now, under the basket, Wiseman is being boxed out by this tiny guy. And I really like how forceful Wiseman is on this rebound. He says, "You are puny mortal, I'm going to grab this." And now it's a matter of style points. Wiseman up. Yo. Well done. I didn't see the beginning of this play, but it's not unusual for two players to be running at Steph. Throws it to Wiggins. So there's two parts of this play. Wiggins is going to blow by his man, and he's going to force Aldridge to come rotate. Wiseman's going to step up from the dunker spot, get the pass off, and get a dunk. So that part is well understood. What I find fascinating is that there's a whole subplot happening here. Steph threw the ball over. It'd be very easy for him to go spot up on the side, but instead he's going to come and set a back screen on Kelly Oubre's defender to give Kelly Oubre a chance to run off this screen, and he can either flare out for a three or he can dive to the basket. Steph knows that whenever he screens, his own man is very reluctant to leave him. There's always an advantage when Steph screens. It's just a matter of whether he wants to take the beating or not. So here's the play unrolling. Steph is still screening Kelly Oubre. Oubre realizes this is happening. Excellent. And so he's going to cut. Steph's man stays with Steph. This man is now behind Kelly Oubre. On the front side of this play, you can see that Wiggins drew the help, and now Wiseman's going to get a dunk. That part is great. But Steph has created a second option where Oubre is going to cut free to the basket, and he could have gotten a pass over here to get some kind of layup. So there we go. In reality, Wiseman's going to throw down massive dunk, but you can see Oubre is free to the basket. That would have worked too. And that's all thanks to Steph's screen, which I think most people in the world do not notice. But those are the little things Steph does to give advantage. All right, now style points. Nicely done. Efficient. The ball went through the basket, and he didn't do a pull-up, so he's not getting a T. So this is just counterattacking fast before the defense can set. Steph just runs fast. The Spurs have super numbers. There should be no advantage here. The Spurs have 5 people back and waiting. There's really no reason to have an advantage except that they have Steph Curry on the team, and Steph Curry makes people frightened. So we've got 2 players guarding Steph in the open court. Feels like this should be okay, except Steph somehow manages to Jedi mind control 2 of these guys to follow him. It's a really subtly cool play. So Steph drove this way. He got 2 men to follow him. And Draymond and Steph have played together so long. They've done this before. Draymond is just going to continue to cut along this side so Steph can dish the pass to him. It's pretty cool. So this one little maneuver is turning a 4-on-5 into a 3-on-2. Ugh, look at that. That is so cool. You can see the 3-on-2 right there. And now the Spurs are dead. There's only one way out of this. LaMarcus definitely has to rotate to meet Draymond. And that means Wiseman is going to go unabated to the dunk. So this defender, it's DeRozan, has to come in and get his body on Wiseman and just gum up everything. He's just got to sink in and just say, heck, I'm going to throw my body on this grenade, and we'll leave Kelly Oubre over here in the corner. Someone else will come pick him up eventually. But instead, you see Wiseman throwing up the arm saying, make my dreams come true, and Draymond says, I'm a dream maker, baby. I feel like there's this whole emotional soap opera that happens at the end of every play on the Spurs side. DeRozan always looks like he's got a, hey, what, was I supposed to do something look? LaMarcus often has a, well, I did my best kind of look, and everyone else doesn't seem all that happy about it. This is the end of head tap, which we've done a whole video on before. Wiggins is zipper cutting. He's getting a down screen from Wiseman. Wanamaker always follows Wiggins up to the top to set a screen. There's the follow. The timing of Wiggins' drive got the 2 defenders to basically run into each other. Wiggins is just going to drive past number 3. This big is going to rotate to stop the drive. I don't know. Wiggins looks pretty well covered here. I don't know if he needs to commit all the way to rotating. Once Wiseman's man rotates, then he just has to come to the basket. His man really rotates hard. Wiggins has an easy dump off. The challenge here is not hitting Wiseman in the face because you're going so fast. So Wiggins does try to put a soft touch on this, and it gets past Wiseman's hands, but he grabs it on the chest. And now we're back into style point territory. Excellent, I like that twist. And no hanging on the rim. So all in all, this was a nice breakout game for Wiseman and the team. They had a hard time throwing lobs to Wiseman, and I don't think it's all been Wiseman's fault. I think the quality of the lobs has been very low, so I'm sure they did a little bit of practice on those alley-oops.